Right, let's just make a mental note of how it's all put together. It's rolled up. Do we need we don't need instructions.
It is big.
I'm done.
Smells like new thing.
New tent smell.
More like a new raincoat smell.
For the first time putting it up, and what did it take? 15 minutes?
Yeah, not long.
Pros.
It's great size. I love it.
Roll up, and welcome to the circus.
This is great. This is what I wanted. And we have the view of our beautiful boat. We purchased this belt tent for off-the-boat adventures, which we also love for festivals and camping. We put it up the same day to check out how it looks like and if we're happy with the size.
The ones you left behind, and I'll sing for you all the way home.
We are surrounded by wildlife here, and this season it's very active. It's not only the mandarin ducks that we've been seeing. On the opposite bank is an alpaca farm. It's really fun to watch them run when they notice that they are about to be fed. One day, however, while I was on board, I heard a loud splash right next to the stern. First, I thought it might be a dog. I went to have a look to check just in case, and it was a deer swimming across and knowing exactly where to get off. When he got back on land, he spent a couple of minutes running back and forth, looking for a way out of that field. Poor alpacas didn't know what was going on. We're on the move again. Last night we ran out of water. We had enough for a cup of tea, so we did move yesterday, and we're now on the way to Cleve Lock, which is 1, 2, 3 locks away. That's where the water point is. Yeah, I'll first fill out on the Thames through the communal tubs. Excited to see how they are after a year of having holes in them.
So this is one of my favourite stretches, I think, Pangbourne to Goring on the Thames. It's got some epic landscape and views, and it's just a lovely stretch of river to cruise on.
The water tank on Alba is 450 litres, which is about 100 gallons. This amount of water comfortably lasts us 2 weeks, which is perfect as it coincides with our bi-weekly moves. However, this week we ran out in just 12 days. The water points on the river are few and far between, plus the taps are leaky, so it takes much longer to fill up. We really need to plan our water usage more carefully. It makes me wonder though, what other liveaboards on the Thames do. have they all got river water purifiers? The River Thames is famous for rowing. Most days we see people training, and sometimes boating through these training grounds becomes an obstacle course, but it's not as challenging as it looks. So beautiful to see the river at this time of the year. Loads of trees are in bloom, and I just love how the air smells sweet and fragrant. The lockkeeper at the previous lock told us, well, he asked us, what is the name of your boat? So we said Alba. Apparently a purple narrowboat was stolen somewhere nearby. Obviously we're fine. It's quite odd to hear those news because, you know, most people just leave the keys in the engine, and especially on the canal there's not far you're going to go. I guess it's a little bit easier to skate on the river. These two ducks at Goring Lock are very friendly. Nothing stopped them from going on their very important walk. They didn't care at all that I was standing just a couple of feet away. Another gorgeous bird that we see from time to time is the Egyptian goose. It's not actually a goose, it's a shell duck, a cross between a duck and a goose. It has many features of a duck and some external traits of a goose. These birds rarely fly. Even when in danger, they usually get away by walking, and only flying when they get surprised. Thank you all so much for watching. Please give us a like if you enjoyed this episode. Next week we have a long journey ahead. We are going to cruise to Oxford in one day and find out if our favorite spot in Port Meadow is available. Huge thank you to our patrons for keeping us going. Thank you for all who pressed the thanks button under the video, and extra special thanks to all who bought our organic t-shirts and hoodies. We recently added new items to the shop, so please check them out. Sending you all our love. See you in the next one.